The STEM Society.
Welcome back to the STEM Society. My name is Cole Jackson, and I give you honest commentary on hip-hop news, music news, new releases, you name it. I give you an unfiltered take on all of that stuff. Welcome back. This is episode 101. I hope you guys had a great Resurrection Day. Happy Easter. Happy past Easter. And I hope you guys had a great Easter Monday like we did over here in the UK. Me coming from the States, not really understanding Easter Monday and going to try to go see, I was trying to go get something to eat, and yeah, they was closed for Easter Monday. Didn't know that was a thing, so I ended up taking a train back here and a bus back and just eating here in my flat. So that was a thing. But I hope you guys had a great Resurrection weekend. I'm a huge wrestling fan. Anybody who knows me knows I love wrestling. And I was so excited about this because the build up to this year's WrestleMania was huge. And I thought we were going to have a great one. That John Cena, Cody Rhodes main event was trash. Sorry. I just got to call it like I see it. That shit was garbage. It was so bad. And then Travis Scott coming up, being a walking billboard for Nike, even worse. So I really wanted that main event to be a whole lot better. Not gonna hold you though. The Seth Rollins Roman Reigns CM Punk match, it delivered. That saved WrestleMania weekend for me. But I was so excited about this weekend just to see WrestleMania, just to be disappointed by so many different matches. I mean, it did what it had to do to restart the WWE universe or whatever. But at the end of the day, I was really hoping that John Cena Cody Rhodes match was going to be better than what it was, but it was trash. And it kind of disappointed me. And I'm like, why do I still watch wrestling if it's going to do this shit? So hopefully you guys had a better weekend than I did. I have two playlists. The first one is called In the Loop. This is music that I am curating and I'm listening to currently. It ranges from alternative hip hop to boom bap to R&B, underground rap, you name it. That's what's on that playlist. I'm also giving you guys some independent artists or some artists you've never heard of before, so we can kind of get more exposure and kind of helping you guys with the complaints of saying there's no new music. Everything sounds the same. This playlist has got a lot of different people on here that you haven't heard of, or maybe you just seen them on the timeline and kind of skip by them on Instagram. I'm going through and listening to it, and this is what I'm actually listening to in my day-to-day life, because when you live in the UK, headphones are a must. So these are artists that I'm listening to, and some of this music might be a little bit different from what you're used to, but that's what helps. That's the good thing about music discovery. So if you haven't checked out this playlist yet, please, I update it every Monday. I give you guys new music that I've heard from the weekend. There is there's a song that I heard on the timeline called Wham Whammy from this girl I think she's out of Atlanta, called Pluto. The shit is dope. She's fire. There's another artist. What is her name? She's dope as fuck too. Her name is Kilo Letitia. She has this song called Celebration that I heard, and I seen her video on Instagram, and I thought she was dope as fuck. So I made sure I put her in the playlist. So every time I come across something that I feel like is dope, I put it on a playlist, and hopefully you guys can discover some of these people as well. But it's exclusive to Spotify because I don't have enough feedback yet to know if I need to put it on Apple Music. Since I've been living in the UK, I came over to the UK to cover UK music, do interviews, so on and so forth. I've been really trying to get heavy into the UK music scene. Not as easy as I thought it was going to be. But I started a playlist for my UK rap fans as well. It's called Off License Flows. Now, Off License Flows, it has a lot of different things. UK drill. It has some Afro swing, R&B, has Afro beats. All of those things are mixed into one because I'm really becoming a student of learning about what's going on here in the UK on their music scene. Currently, grime is having a bit of a resurrection. I know Chip just dropped his newest album and people are loving it. I've only listened to it once. I do have to get a critique. I have to do a critique on that album as well, but so far so good. I've really enjoyed the Chip album. Now, he does have a storied history here when it comes to UK grime, and he's trying to bring the genre back. And I think after listening to this album, I think he's going to do a hell of a job. But people like Reg 32, Central C, I have some Skepta. Gigs just dropped something. Gigs just dropped his mixtape library on streaming, so I'm about to start digging into that as well. But I update the the off license flows playlist every Monday as well. And if you're looking to get into UK rap, this is the playlist for you. This is what you should be listening to. So I want to make this into a segment, but I don't know what to call it yet. Maybe what's buzzing or what's on the timeline. It doesn't matter. I'm going to cover some smaller stories before I get into the real news. And there's two stories that's out there that I want to talk about. First, 50 just posted this picture in this video of him at the Knicks game. And guess who was sitting behind him? The one and only Joe Budden. That's right. The Podfather himself showed up to the Knicks game, and 50 pressed him. There's pictures going around of him and 50 and Joe Budden having this conversation, and 50 is really probably telling him, if you ever disrespect me again, nigga, I'm going to hurt you. We know that 50 had Joe ran out of the strip club, which sounds like par for the course, and now he shows up at the Knicks game. And it just makes sense that 50 would be sitting right in front of him on Celebrity Row. Now, I'll be honest with you. I love the fact that 50 showed up at the Knicks game with Joe, just to see Joe kind of squirm. Now, we didn't get to really see that because he was with his woman. But I wish I could be there just to see Joe kind of like this dude. Because, again, the video, the picture, 50 Cent is literally sitting right in front of Joe Budden. Now, people have their different takes on it. The timeline's been going crazy about it. I honestly feel like they probably squashed whatever beef it was. 50 did post that Joe said, I don't need therapy anymore, which is funny as fuck. I love the fact that 50 bullies everybody and he don't discriminate against nobody, because most people wouldn't have done that to Joe. Joe barely gets that kind of stuff happening to him. But when it does happen to him, chef's kiss, it feels so good because, you know, Joe be out here shooting at people on the show and then he doesn't expect to get the consequences. And then when the consequences happen, it is so good. It's like eating really good gumbo. It's like really good. But the speculation out there about what's happening between these two is probably going to be over. We're not going to get any more naked pics on 50 Cent's page. And hopefully we can just kind of leave the 50 Cent talk alone. Seeing this picture with 50 and Joe just goes to show no matter where you run, 50 is somewhere to pop out like the boogeyman. And I can't wait to hear what Joe has to say on his podcast. Whatever he's going to say, whatever lies he's going to tell on the pod this week is going to be hilarious. I can't wait. On the other side of that, Kanye West had a very long post and a song talking about how he got abused as a kid by his cousin. He goes into talking about, how can I put it without apparently he gave his cousin and he just decided to make a song about it, and then he continued to tweet about it, or gave us this long tweet about it. I'm just to the point now where professional help needs to be in this whole thing with Kanye. I really just want him to just go away for a year, 2 years. Sitting up here telling everybody that you got neck from you gave your cousin neck for a while when you were a kid it's I hate to use the crazy word, but it's crazy, especially on Twitter. And now it's to the point where we're kind of blurring lines between somebody trying to get attention and somebody really needing a helping hand. And I think the thing is, people keep talking about how Kanye don't have friends, and I think a lot of that has to do with Kanye getting rid of all of his friends. This man needs somebody in his corner, and it feels like everybody who's been a part of his life is gone, and he ain't even got a wife no more. So what do we do? You know what I'm saying? I do have a heart, and I do feel like when people expose that kind of stuff, man, it's heartbreaking. But on the other end, this dude has done so much disgusting things in the past year. How do I care about this nigga? You know what I'm saying? How do I say, oh, You know, hey, Kanye, man, we need to wrap our arms around him. I can't do that because he hasn't been the type of person that's cared about anybody else but himself here recently. I hope that he gets the help that he needs, and I hope that these things that he's revealing on the timeline is real, because I think a lot of stuff that he has been revealing has been on the side of being, I don't know the word. I don't want to say lies, but more rhetoric or more of just some bullshit. I don't think this was the time or the place for him to be able to say these things. So you've done horrible things to people. You've said horrible things, and now we're supposed to take you back and care for you. Find help. Find someone who's going to sit down and be a part of your life, who's really going to handle this the right way. Or here's a clue. Go get help that you need and come back. It's okay.
Music news.
The GNX tour has just started, and it looks like they are tap dancing all over Drake's grave. Nah, let me stop. That's what the timeline be saying. There have been different videos coming out showing the GNX tour, and the shit looks lit to me, bruh. I can't wait. When they come to the UK, I'm going to be in the building. I guarantee you that. But they've kicked off the first leg of the tour. It looks like it's going to be fun. Apparently, they have the video where it's a deposition and Kendrick is talking about these dates, and then they say drop, 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 alluding to push-ups.
Well, I will keep moving. I don't know if I'm in the air.
Okay, does this ring a bell? Drop, 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 drop.
I've seen the set list. The set list has about 52 songs on there, and it looks like they're not doing your typical one person plays one half of the show and the other person plays the other half of the show. It looks like Kendrick and SZA are actually doing some stuff together, like intertwining their performances, which I think is smart. It's nothing like going to a show and just having like the same wash, rinse, repeat stuff go on. So it looks like the show looks like it's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy when it come here to the UK. But the opinion about it, what everybody's talking about is this wouldn't be happening without Drake. Hey, can we get past the whole Drake sponsored? This is a Drake sponsored tour. He had a great year. We're kind of diminishing his accomplishments when we say stuff like that. The man had a great year. Let him continue to do what he's been doing. The trolling thing is going to come. It's been up between these two for the last 10 years. He is going to troll him. He is going to talk shit about him. If you won the battle, you would do the same thing. So, like, the way people are commenting about this, the way people are so up in arms and like still going on about this whole he wouldn't be famous or he wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Drake. Let it go, man. These guys have been subbing each other for years, and this is just another form of it. It's going to happen for the rest of this tour. It's probably going to happen for the rest of their careers. Let's just be honest. And don't think that Drake's not going to shoot back. Drake is most definitely going to take shots at Kendrick in this next album if he ever drops it. So all of these takes that y'all are having about how Kendrick wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Drake, go look at the numbers from the Mr. Morale tour and you say the same thing, because he wasn't beefing with Drake then. He made a shit ton of money off of one of his worst albums. So that should tell you something. But speaking of Kendrick Lamar, Dody6’s has this viral video pop up here recently talking about he's homeless.
Back cause I ain't got no destination, bro. On SC. Nigga, I lost my house. Nigga, I'm homeless. Nigga, I don't care, I admit that shit. Nigga, I fell down. I'm gonna bounce back up though. Watch this. It's all good, cuz. And these rap motherfuckers, I can't wait till these rap motherfuckers start saying shit in their songs. I'm like, dead homies. I'm gonna beat their ass on the beat and I'm gonna kill them in real life. The fuck? Nigga, that fucking song with Kendrick ain't changed shit, nigga. The fuck is that change, nigga? I'm still from 40s, nigga. I'm still over here, nigga. You act like a nigga got $1 million for that shit, nigga. The fuck, nigga? All that shit, nigga got some clout, nigga. And fuck clout, nigga. On the dead homies, nigga. Fuck.
Your streams went up 110% and you didn't capitalize on it? You couldn't make anything happen off of the look that you got, because remember, this was the thing. Everybody was saying, well, K-Dot don't look out for his people. He looked out for his people, and one of his people didn't capitalize on it or didn't do anything to make it better. Here's a quick little tidbit about the industry. They don't give a fuck about you. If you ain't got no emotion, or if you're not making things happen on your own, then you're not going to make it. AZ Chike is out here taking advantage of the look that he got. And I'm pretty sure when he drops his album, he's going to get a lot more looks and he's going to get a lot more listeners. Again, I looked it up. His Dody6’, his streams went up 110% after that feature on GNX. So how is it that he can't capitalize on what's been going on? And why do niggas have to blame other people because they didn't want to take advantage of what was going on? I'm not saying this because I'm a Kendrick fan. I'm just saying you got the advantage. You didn't capitalize on it, and now you mad at the world. He said he's homeless currently, which, hey, my prayers go out to you, my brother. I want you to be better. I don't want you to be out here on these streets. But I also understand that you being an independent artist means you gotta handle your business. Business is business at the end of the day. And if you're gonna sit up here and throw away the look that you was asking for, and a lot of people was trying to help you with, why should we feel any kind of sympathy for you? You did this to you, not Kendrick doing this to you. And I think that's what we fall short at. I think everybody's just like, man, Kendrick ain't even looking out for his people. Or the people who listen to academics believe that shit because, of course, academics is going to paint the picture of, yeah, Dot ain't even looking out for his people. That's not Dot. That ain't on Dot. Dot ain't supposed to carry that. He's supposed to, Dody6’ is supposed to carry that. You're in charge of your own career. You're the person who's supposed to handle these things, but instead you want to blame other people, blame the industry. Bruh, that ain't cool. Ain't nothing cool about that shit. Figure your shit the fuck out and go forward with it. So after I read this Dody6’ whole situation, I seen on the timeline on Twitter, Brian Z. Sook. If I got your name wrong, bro, I apologize. I follow him on Twitter. He's the co-founder of Audio Mag. But he had a great post about breaking down how Dody6’ could be, why he's broke and what could have happened. And if you haven't seen that post, I'm going to actually put it in the description. But he had a great little breakdown about maybe he didn't put his name on his publishing the correct way, or maybe it had a lot to do with him not getting the residuals or the royalties from his streams. Everything. He had a full breakdown of what could have happened to Dody6’ and why he's at the point that he's at. If you have not followed him, and if you're an independent artist that needs help or need free game, because Brian gives free game to everybody, check his Twitter page out and just kind of read some of the stuff that he does, because every time something major happens, he has a full breakdown of what could be the problem. But I don't feel like this is Kendrick's fault. A lot of times y'all get popularity. You guys want to be popular you want to be more popular than you want to be successful. There's a difference. Like, you guys take this whole Instagram fame or this whole 15 minutes that people are getting, and you think this is like, you've made it. But it's so much hard work that real independent artists have to do to be able to stay on top and stay with money in the bank or stay paid. You got it 10 times worse because you don't have a company backing you, but you have it 10 times better because you own your shit. So it just disappointed me to see somebody like Dody6’ go off and just talk that shit about Kendrick and not really feeling and not really understanding that it ain't really Kendrick's problem that you're broke, my nigga. You fucked it up, not him. It ain't on him. So I want to see what happens later on with the story, see if he changes his tune, if stuff starts getting better for him. But right now, it just looks sad and sick, and he needs to chill with that bullshit. So Shannon Sharpe has been hit with an SZA lawsuit, and this whole thing is weird. It's very weird. Let me give you guys a breakdown of what happened. So first, there was a story that came out that says Shannon Sharpe has SZA'd this woman from Nevada. Her name is Gabrielle Zuniga. I don't know how to say her last name. I hadn't even seen her yet, but she filed a $50 million lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe. She alleges that there were multiple incidents of anal penetration. Can I say that, YouTube? I don't know what I can say on YouTube. I just like to talk freely sometimes. Don't matter. And said there was abuse during their whole on-again, off-again relationship since 2023. So when I first seen this, I was like, hey, it looks like he's getting hit up typically by the normal allegations when it's time for you to get money. If you guys don't know, Shannon Sharpe had his contract with Colin Cowherd. I can't talk today. It's come to an end. He's looking to get, over $100 million when it comes to his next contract that he's going to sign. So here I am thinking, oh, well, this got to be fake because she just came out of the woodwork out of nowhere. Later on in the story that I read, Zuniga says that Shannon Sharpe was recording their sexual encounters without her consent. And I immediately went to Michelle and I was just like, well, maybe the Michelle thing wasn't fake. Maybe it was real. And he just liked to record himself getting freaky. This nigga's wildin', bro. I know too much about Shannon Sharpe's sex life. Say that 3 times fast. I know too much about this man's sex life that I don't want to know. And this is crazy. She initially said he demanded her to sign an NDA. And once she complained about it, he ended up saying, no, you ain't got to do it. Which to me says that Shannon Sharpe is easy. He folds very easily when it comes to getting some ass. I'm sorry. He folds like a fucking fitted sheet when it comes to getting some ass because I'm pretty sure she was like, you can't get none of this if I got to sign an NDA. He was like, I'm sorry. It's all right. You ain't got to sign nothing. You ain't got to sign nothing at all. Country nigga. You big country nigga. So at this part of the story, I was just like, well, maybe some of this is fabricated and maybe it's not. Hopefully we'll see what happens later on. And boy, did we see what happened later on. Shannon Sharpe's lawyer responded to this lawsuit by releasing the text messages. That's right. I pulled it up on Instagram and I seen Shannon Sharpe post these text messages that they were having back and forth. And you damn right I'm going to read some of this. Let's see here. Let's start with it's only a few of them I can read, but when I get kicked off of YouTube. Here's one of my favorite ones. I want to put my tongue in your and then marry you. What? Or here's another one. Only you can put that baby gravy in me. Then I can do then you can do whatever you want to me. This is from the woman to Shannon Sharpe. Do I have another one that I want to put up here? Oh my God. It's okay. So let me just say this right now. There is a lot of nasty stuff going on in these text messages. Okay, here's another one. I know you miss this big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek. Now, Shannon Sharpe claims he be out here not paying. Brother, I think you're paying. I think you're paying, brother. Those are just a few. This nigga is nasty. Is it another one I can read? I can't read anymore. But there's one pertaining to a dog collar. This dude is nasty. Nasty work. Nasty work. Shannon Sharpe's legal team is saying that the video that's been submitted was edited a lot. And it's not going to, she won't release the full version. Ms. Zuniga is not releasing the full version of the tape. And it is something that is supposed to be damaging to him in this whole lawsuit situation. Now, here's the biggest joker in this whole thing. Her lawyer is Tony Busby. Tony Busby is the guy who was trying to bring Jay-Z into the whole Diddy situation. It is a whole mess. He has been discredited here recently, which gives me, it makes me feel like this whole thing is not credible at all. I know that doesn't sound good, but when you look at the history and looking at what Tony Busby has been doing with these celebrities and hitting them for money, he has been exposed by Jay-Z exposed him. He's been exposed by making people lie about certain things and him having making a come up off of this stuff. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think Shannon Sharpe had a relationship with this woman. I think he sat up there and they had a very dysfunctional relationship. And I think he was just like, I don't want to have nothing else to do with you. And he did some freaky shit. And she's sitting up here just like, oh, you gonna pay attention to me, and it's coming out your pocket too. And she put this essay lawsuit on him. And I think they really had a relationship. I don't want him to try to deny that he didn't. And I think in the stuff that they're releasing, they said it was a consensual relationship. It was toxic. It was rocky. It was something that he probably had no business doing. Now, they said he met her in the gym when she was 22 years old. And I think Unc up in his 50s, pushing 60, which, hey, if they are two consenting adults, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, for me, the lawyer who she has and the way that they're painting this, I'm not going for it. I'm not fucking with it at all. I think we need more information. I think we most definitely need to see what the two legal teams is going to do. But personally, I feel like it's just another money grab. And I'm always real big on listening to what women have to say when it comes to SA. The thing that discredited the whole thing for me is Tony Busby. He is a fucking piece of shit, and he is not the lawyer to get if you want to look credible. That's just my opinion. I think if you really wanted to handle this case, you would have found a different lawyer. And I know that woman is not stupid, especially if she's in her 20s. She's seen the stories about Tony Busby on the timeline. So I want to see how this whole thing plays out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it was an essay situation with this woman, but I do believe they had a relationship, and I do believe they was doing some freaky shit, and I do believe that he was in some toxic masculinity bullshit. I think they were two people who really just were on some dumb shit, and he was trying to get freaky with a 20-year-old, and she ended up catching his ass on some bullshit. And it says a lot about somebody who folded under not doing an NDA when Shannon Sharpe always, if you watch Nightcap or Club Shay Shay or whatever he does, he always he makes sure these women sign an NDA. You're getting exposed, Shannon Sharpe. You're getting exposed. This is fucking crazy. You a nasty boy. You a nasty nigga out here, bruh. You nasty. You just a big, Incredible Hulk, nasty country nigga. I want to see how this goes. I want to see how this ends, man. But can we just chill on getting shitty lawyers to handle important cases? Like, if you really want to get your respect, homegirl, if you really wanted to take this case seriously, you would find a lawyer outside of Tony Busby to do this. We'll see. Because I feel like if Shannon Sharpe settles out of court, he did something. I am done with this episode. We've come to the end. Guys, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being a part of the channel, man. If you want more content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and get notifications. And if you really want to support me, make sure you guys go to my Patreon. Any kind of bonus content that comes out through the Patreon first. And it just gives me a little bit of change to be able to continue to do what I love doing, which is talking about music and hip hop and just giving y'all unfiltered commentary. But I don't got nothing else. I will see you guys on Sunday. Take care of yourself and peace out.
Thank you for joining the STEM Society.